Look at this, I just built this fully functional AI compliance regulatory platform using Google's Antigravity in like 15 minutes. It doesn't look like those generic vibe coded websites with no backend. Like I can just give it my products, documentation, code, visuals, like anything. It will give me a complete analysis of whether this product is compliant or not. Like it's a crazy tool for RegTech and legal tech industry. And it has a live risk monitoring dashboard with like real-time charts. It has a like persistent chat history stored in a secure database, and it's all running on a scalable backend. If you ask a developer to build this from scratch, they would quote you like thousands of dollars and take weeks. But I built this entire application in minutes, and I use anti-gravity. But I didn't use it like you or most of the people use it. I used it to orchestrate a team of AI agents, like one for UI design, one for compliance engine, and one for like database architecture, all running in parallel. Like today, I'm going to show you my workflow to build a production level SaaS and the 5 advanced features that turn you from a coder into an architect. So let's build this. And before we start, if you're like tired of all the N10, no code and 100k MRR bullshit out there and actually want to learn some applied AI, hit subscribe button. Okay, first download Antigravity from any browser and open it up. The first feature you need to master is the agent manager. Most people use AI the old way, like linear chat. They prompt, then they wait, then they code, and then like they paste. Like that's micromanagement. This agent manager allows you to start orchestrating. Okay, like here I'm just opening and creating a workspace. I'll call it a RegPulse platform. I'll then click on this plus button. Okay, stop here. This is most important. You need to select planning mode. Don't leave it on fast, because if you skip this, like the AI just starts vomiting code. Like planning mode forces the agent to pause, research the EU AI Act, study best practices, and architect the entire system before like we write even a single line of code. So here I'm pasting my master prompt. You can get this, link is in the description. Hit enter and watch. It isn't writing page.typescript yet. It's like it's thinking. And look at the right side. It generated an implementation plan artifact. It shows the Superbase schema, the rack pipeline, the API routes, the dashboard component hierarchy. It mapped out the software architecture first. Okay, this brings us to stage 2. That is the approval. I can catch mistakes very early. Like here, it plans to use Superbase. I want to use a production level security. So just highlight this section and leave a comment, just like Google Docs. I type use Superbase with row level security for storing audit logs. Okay, submit. Okay, this agent instantly rewrites architecture to include Superbase and RLS policies. Once the plan is solid, I click on this proceed with implementation, this proceed button. This is basically a green light. I'm telling the engineer the blueprint is approved, you just start building. Now for stage 3, that is parallel execution. In the old way, I would wait for agent 1 to finish, but here I'm not waiting. I'm going back to the manager and I'm spawning 3 more agents immediately. I'm assigning specific jobs actually. Okay, I hit run on all of them, and you look at the dashboard. Agent 1 is scaffolding, agent 2 is building recharts components, agent 3 is writing the Gemini API integration. Like they're reporting back to me via the inbox. So I'm not writing code anymore, I'm literally managing a software team, and in minutes it's like it's done. A full compliance platform structure like built in parallel. Okay, so feature number 2, that is the 3 model strategy. Antigravity gives you Gemini 3 Pro and Claude 4.5 and like GPT-OS, a lot of LLMs. The secret is that do not use the same model for everything. Like Gemini 3 Pro is great for front-end design. It understands UI and complex dashboards like better than anything else. And Claude 4.5, I think Claude Sonnet 4.5 is your like backend architect. You can use this for Superbase integration and API logic. And GPT-OS is like the workhorse for legal reasoning and compliance checks and writing. So let's execute. We need the risk dashboard UI here. So I'm switching the model specifically to Gemini 3 Pro. I tell it to build the layout. Okay, I'll hit enter. And here for the backend and the chat logic, I've used Claude 4.5 Sonnet thinking model because it's great for coding. Here I have added my Gemini key and prompted the model name that I want to use, that is Gemini 3.0 Flash, that is preview model. Okay, the feature number 3 is it's where anti-gravity gets really scary. That is the browser automation. Like generating code is very easy nowadays, but testing is very hard. Antigravity spawns a real Chrome instance. It like basically opens the app, uploads a dummy PDF and verifies the analysis response for me. Like here, watch my screen. I give it this prompt. Okay, I'll hit enter and look, it is thinking, and I'll accept this command and it has opened a new browser window for me. Note that you need to add this Google Antigravity Chrome extension to your browser. I'm not touching the mouse. This AI is navigating to the URL. I'll just confirm that. Now look, it is automatically finding the upload button for me. It is attaching the files and it is prompting it automatically. Here my app is working well and uploading the PDFs correctly. So there are no errors right now. Okay, so feature number 5, that is about scalability and it is about custom workflows. So these are basically saved / commands that acts as your engineering playbook. Like you shouldn't rewrite your testing checklist every time. I'm creating a new directory called workflows and here I'm creating a new MD file called audit compliance, and I have pasted this rigorous testing framework that I use a lot. Now back to RegPulse. Instead of typing a paragraph explaining how to fix this error, I'll just click on the text box, I'll type @ and then this file name, and then I'll just prompt it as the upload button isn't working, showing the preview. Okay, because I invoked the workflow, it follows my exact system. It checks the state management, it inspects like the event handler, it applies the fix immediately. Like you codify your expertise once and it uses it for forever. Now finally, feature number 6, that is the review policy settings. It's a very small thing, but it's very large if you're going to use it for production level. You have 3 options here. That is always proceed, which is the maximum speed. That is always ask, maximum control, and the third one is agent decides. You don't use this because this agent never asks for permission. The strategy is very simple. Like you start with always ask. During the architecture phase, you need like to verify the foundation. But now that our RegPulse foundation is solid, I'm switching it to always proceed because I want what is AI doing to my application. I want the agents to like finish the remaining UI polish without interrupting me like in every 30 seconds. So there you have it. We use the agent manager to plan, we use artifacts to verify, we use parallel execution to scale, and browser automation to basically self-heal. The result is that a production grade AI compliance platform built in minutes, not even in days. Like knowing this is possible is one thing, but doing it another. I've packaged up the exact workflow files, the system prompts and everything in the description. And you can just grab them all for free. I don't have any school platform that I'm gonna charge $29 for that. You can just use that for free. And yeah, if you want to see me push this further, maybe building a full autonomous, legal, intelligent agent, probably next week. Let me know in the comments, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one.